Sup, y'all? How's it going? It's been a while. Well, no, it hasn't been a while. I just spoiled you guys with a massive update of Doom. So, when last we left, Diane got squished. Oh, I'm not really that sad because, you know, after the whole meeting with Diane at her art gallery, like, York came to me and he was all like, "Oh, Zach, aka Zacharina, due to gender bending issues. Oh, you wouldn't believe what happened. This crazy woman in floral fishnet stockings was totally trying to go spelunking in my pants, and I just didn't know what to do. I was frazzled. I was so scared. And then you weren't there. You were like asleep, eating muffins and reading some weird magazine, and so I comforted him, told him it was okay. We didn't ever have to go see Diane again. We could follow other leads, and so we hunkered down on the couch and ate some Whoppers, you know, those malted milk balls, and watched Heathers, which is a great 80s flick, and everything was okay, and he was fine, and wouldn't you know it, we really don't have to deal with her because she got squished, so yeah. So now, we're gonna go do some other stuff, since, you know, we're doing so great investigating and bringing an end to this murderer, because, you know, he's not making any progress at all. It's just not. So let's do some stuff. Chapter 13.
Previously during...
This is still the same one. I'm not even going to check because I know, because we're still in that one episode. We haven't changed episode yet, which means it's still the same intro. Wish I didn't have to turn off my AC to record, because it's still quite muggy down here, but just for you guys I turned it off, because it would be quite annoying to listen to, I'm sure. Still raining.
Zach, let's get back to the hotel.
Okay.
First Anna, then Becky, now Diane.
Yep.
I'm not looking forward to writing this investigation report.
Well, at least you're doing it, I don't have
Agent
to.
Morgan. York. Do you have a moment?
You called me York.
What is it, George?
He likes me.
There's something I'd like to talk to you about. Do you have any time later?
He really likes me.
Can't we just do it here?
Bow chicka bow wow.
If possible, I'd like to go to a bar. Of course, we don't really have to.
Let's do it.
A bar? Now that sounds like a good idea.
York's all like, beer!
Zach, what do you think?
Alright.
We can go drinking with George, or turn him down and head back to the hotel.
Promise me you'll drink a soda on my behalf. Let's go for a drink. You know, this whole sharing a body thing doesn't really work out that well, because you get hammered and I have to deal with it. I don't approve.
George, that scar on your cheek. Where did you get it?
This? Didn't I tell you?
No,
Well, it's not from work.
you're not the sharing type.
I got it when I was a kid.
A childhood injury. Tree climbing? I used to get a few scrapes myself climbing the big tree in our backyard. I
No,
used to climb it a lot. And fall out of it a lot.
little York. Falling out of trees.
This wasn't anything like that, though. This is my mother. She did it.
Oh,
I'm sorry, George.
instead of a love tap, it was a love stab.
Don't worry. It's ancient history. The world is flooded with unreasonable violence. The strong overpower the weak, adults over children, men over women, and criminals over their victims.
The one appropriate place for him to smoke, thus far. Still don't approve. Put it away! George is being
I have
sentimental.
no memories of my father. He left before I knew him. My mother would hit me every time I asked why.
Sounds
And it
like a
didn't
swell
stop
guy.
there. If I ate too slow, left my shoes scattered around, TV volume too loud, she found reasons to hit me. Hit me bad. The worst was what she called the tree punishment.
Huh?
She'd whip my back with these thin tree branches like a whip.
Ew.
Please, Mama. I won't do it again.
What a bitch!
That hurt, Mama. I'm sorry, please. I'm sorry.
Tree punishment was definitely the worst, I tell you. Just hearing those words used to make me shiver and want to pass out. And that's why I didn't want to show you those scars on my back.
Aww.
Every time after the tree punishment, she'd always say the same thing. This is hurting the tree more than it is hurting you.
Freaking crazy ass bitch.
And me, being a naive, dumb kid, I believed her.
You shouldn't have.
I went to the woods to apologize to the trees.
Aww. See, George really is just a big cuddle bear underneath the Super Saiyan level over 9,000-ness.
I kept asking myself, why is she hurting me this way? I thought long and hard about it.
Like how the
Yeah,
only
and
ones
I
in the bar,
just figured I'm weaker than her.
other than
That's
Carol
right. It's the law of Mother Nature at work.
and some other chick at the bar.
The strong eat the weak.
But now, you have the power to protect the weak.
Yep.
That's right. Perhaps I should thank my mother for guiding me into this line of work. York.
I want to kiss you.
I've been an arrogant fool, haven't I? And if it weren't for me, both Becky and Diane would still be alive. I could have saved them both. You know, it's almost like they died because of me.
You're out of your mind.
I invited you to this bar for a drink. But I guess this bar is my confession chamber. And I wanted you to listen. And to tell you, well, you must already hate me for causing all these problems and not following your orders. York, I'm sorry. I'll follow your orders.
They're practically holding hands.
You'll have my total cooperation.
Oh.
George, you've been as cooperative as you can be. You even invited an FBI guy to a bar for drinks. You've done a good job protecting this town. And the folks here respect you for that. Nobody
Cute,
can blame
cheesy
you for
70s
anything.
porno music here.
Thanks. I do feel a little better.
Sorry, I can't help it. It's fantastic. Do we have any food? I think I have a potato. He's not that famished, jeez. Here, eat this. And eat this. And your gravy. We're doing good. And all these random people just spawned in the mar. She definitely wasn't there. Most of these people were in here. Who's playing the piano? It should be Thomas. Bacon biscuits and playing pianos. Oh yeah. Hey Carol. A diva and her own boss at her age? Quite impressive. Character-wise, a stark contrast to her brother Thomas. No kidding. Totally different.
Hey, Carol.
Hi.
Becky is dead. Diane, too. We've got Nick in custody as a suspect.
Nick didn't do it.
I know. Carol, you took a locket from Diane, didn't you? A locket with this mark on it.
That's a blank piece of paper. Or you should turn it around at least, so she can actually see the mark.
I'm busy, gotta go.
What are you smirking about? And is it necessary to walk like that to the piano? Really? Carol, really? Acting like Gina. Gina.
Pickles.
Now, I've noticed in my videos, like, the dialogue doesn't match up with their lips. And in the game, when the easy cap isn't plugged in, it actually does match. But even when Carol sings, it does not match her face, like, at all. Like, even without the easy cap being, I'm going to make everything a little delayed. But yeah, it's strange. And she sings the same song all the time, too. It's not a bad song. I'm not big on lounge stuff, but it's pretty good. I have no idea what she said right there. It's like, my Spain! Like, what? Might as well be singing about a Cocker Spaniel. And she's got really big man hands. Like, you'd think they'd be a little bit more dainty, but she is pretty broad-shouldered and stuff, too. I don't know. I think she likes the color red. Just a smidge, though. Just a tiny bit. What do you think, York? Oh, I totally disagree. George is like, I agree with York's notion. This is... She hates the color red. It's horrible. Why so sad? Oh, I'm totally ripping this piano solo. It doesn't even have any sheet music. Like the one guy that's at the bar every day clapping.